Hello everyone, welcome to this new video from moonwatchfr. Today I am very happy to be able to present to you the latest creation from Omnis. It is a tourbillon watch nicknamed Infinity. The model I am presenting to you today was sent to me by the brand. It is what we can commonly call a pre-series. A prototype is already here. We see that Omnis is in a league of its own. As we will see, this watch has several very appealing features, namely an attractive price, a high quality automatic caliber, dials that are all more sumptuous than the others. Come on, let's discover it now. The Omnis Infinity Tourbillon automatic watch stands out as a watch with complications, accessible and essential more. Since its creation, Omnis Watch 6 and forged a solid reputation. Thanks to distinctive designs and the impeccable quality of its watches, each model is crafted with guaranteed meticulous attention to detail. An atypical aesthetic. You have already presented their first two models, the Ion and the Sphere, as well as their limited edition Cram, which in this case is an original design. Today the sale I am offering you goes even further, as Omnis is offering a watch with a tourbillon. Obviously we remain in the Omnis line, meaning quality and accessible watches. This Omnis tourbillon watch thus complements a growing collection by capitalizing on the strengths that contributed to the success of previous models. Whether it's the Ion, the Sphere or the AKR, I should mention that Francois, the creator of the brand, kindly gave me a code, moonwatch20, which gives you a 20% discount on this tourbillon. And the Moonwatch code still works on all other Omnis products, and it will give you a 10% discount. Friends, the specifications of this Omnis Infinity Tourbillon: it is a watch produced in 2024, a unisex watch with a stainless steel case measuring 41 mm in diameter and only 11.75 mm thick, which is quite impressive for an automatic tourbillon watch. Inside we find this automatic caliber, half as much, on which Omnis has added a tourbillon module. It works like a charm. It's really very poetic. We'll see it a bit later. This movement has a 48-hour power reserve. The watch is water resistant up to 50 meters. It has a fixed bezel, a signed crown, and a sapphire crystal to protect the dial and the strap. The strap is of excellent quality, relatively flexible in rubber. The lug width measures 20 mm. The reference number of the model I'm presenting to you is Infinity Tourbillon. And of course, as a complication, we find this sublime tourbillon. First of all, the case of this Omnis Infinity Tourbillon stands out with an elegant and contemporary look. The case is made of stainless steel. It measures 41 mm in diameter and only 11.75 mm in thickness, which is rare enough for an automatic tourbillon to be highlighted. For your information, all the Chinese tourbillons I own are manually wound and are housed in much thicker watches. Moreover, on this case, there is a polished finish that adds a touch of brilliance. This enhances the overall design, and you will find similarities on this case since the design is shared with the Omnis AKR that I have already presented to you. Next, there is a bezel that blends harmoniously with the case. It is also made of stainless steel. It features a smooth and polished surface that adds brilliance and elegance to this Omnis Infinity. Personally, I love the clean look that highlights the complexity and beauty of the dial. To continue, we have a crown with a very good grip to allow for setting the time and winding the automatic tourbillon movement. On the other side, there is a transparent case back that reveals the stunning modified Miyota movement. This case back provides water resistance that is unfortunately too limited, as it is only 50 meters. I would have loved to have 10 ATM water resistance to make it an ultimately ultra versatile watch. Here, obviously, I would advise against swimming, otherwise you risk damaging the watch. On the case back, you will find the inscriptions Omnis Tourbillon, as well as the unique number of each watch, since it is a limited edition. The dial of this Omnis Infinity Tourbillon immediately catches the eye. So you should know that this Omnis Infinity is available with 3 dial versions, one in Meteorite, one in carbon, and a textured white one, the model I am presenting to you today. Honestly, all 3 are magnificent. I was able to see the Meteorite one, and honestly, it's superb, especially since these complex textures add an artistic dimension to the dial. And ultimately, they will make each watch unique, since on the Meteorite and carbon dials, you will never find the same pattern, which means that each of your dials is unique. The dial is clean, without excessive numbers or markings, and as a result, it highlights the raw materials, the time reading, and of course this tourbillon. The tourbillon itself is placed at 6 o'clock. It brings an enchanting complication to this Omnis Infinity, and obviously it adds a certain dynamic to the dial since the tourbillon is always in motion. It's magnificent, I love it. Personally, I never get tired of watching this tourbillon. Next, the relatively simple and elegant hands perfectly match the minimalist design of the dial and offer excellent readability. Moreover, just like the indices, there is luminescent material that allows for very good readability, even in low light conditions. In short, as you can see, Omnis, just like with the previous models I presented to you, has done things right, and we have something impeccable. To finish, we find a sapphire crystal that protects the dial and the hands. It obviously provides protection against micro scratches. I don't know if this sapphire crystal has anti-reflective protection. In any case, I feel like it does reduce them somewhat. So you might need to check the Omnis website for more information. Regarding the Omnis caliber in the case, it's a Japanese automatic caliber by Miyota, to which a tourbillon module has been added. And I find this very clever because most accessible tourbillons are Chinese tourbillons, mostly Hongzhou. And as a result, you get the quality that comes with it, meaning movements with random precision and equally random manufacturing quality. Here we have a Miyota base, so an excellent caliber to which a tourbillon module has been added. The whole setup is just amazing. It's very functional, the movement as well. It has 28,800 beats per hour, and above all, it allows the watch to maintain a certain thinness, barely 11.75 millimeter for an automatic tourbillon watch. It's really incredible. Of course, we will appreciate the transparent case back that allows us to fully appreciate this beautifully decorated caliber. I must say that Omnis has done a very nice job decorating the caliber, especially since the model I'm showing you is a pre-series, so the final models will be even more refined. On the wrist, my friends, this watch is a delight. We have a white rubber strap that equips this Omnis Infinity Tourbillon. It's a very flexible strap, somewhat like the one on the Aeon Glacier that I presented to you, and as a result, it greatly contributes to the wearing comfort. On the wrist, it's undeniable that the slimness of this Omnis watch brings comfort and elegance. Look at how it sits. It's just incredible for a watch at this price with such a complication. This tourbillon sits superbly on the forearm, and this Omnis Infinity Tourbillon watch can even fit under a shirt sleeve. Perfect for showing off during a meeting with your boss. Regarding security, we have a simply signed Ardelon buckle. It's simple, it's effective, and it allows for a very good hold of the watch on the forearm. I also want to mention that Omnis offers a wide range of colored straps for less than 15 euros. So once again, Omnis is strong on pricing. When there are micro brands offering rubber straps for $100 or more, it makes me chuckle. Here we have excellent quality straps that fit perfectly on the case for not even $15. You can choose from many colors to add a little pep to your wrist this summer. The Omnis Tourbillon watch comes in a protective case similar to a Pelican case. The packaging is therefore different from the Aeon models and the Omnisphere models that I have already presented to you. I must admit that I preferred the previous packaging, which I found more elegant, but this one remains of excellent quality, and above all, it protects the watch quite well. Inside this box, you'll find the watch on a foam display cushion, and of course, the entire interior of the watch is lined with protective foam, really ensuring maximum security for your timepiece during your travels. Inside, you'll also find the watch's small tag and of course the warranty card. But it's mainly regarding the price that Omnis makes a strong impression and shakes up the market, as this Infinity Tourbillon is available for pre-order on Omnis's official website for €13.90. You can even add the promo code MOON, which will give you a 20% discount. As a result, the Infinity Tourbillon watch will only cost around €1,100, which is just an incredible price for this type of product with this level of quality and standards. It's simple. In fact, today, the only tourbillons that are cheaper are the Chinese tourbillons. I own some, but they are still far from this level. And above all, they are not automatic. Despite its young age, Omnis manages to impress me once again. After the success of its first Aeon and Sphere watches with their puzzling displays, the French brand is stepping up with an affordable automatic tourbillon. Here, I remind you, it's about €1,100 with the code MOON. While some choose risky Chinese tourbillon calibers, Omnis watch uses a Japanese movement that employs an additional module to provide this hypnotic tourbillon. The whole is well executed, neat and perfectly presented. Moreover, the brand has its own showroom in Paris, allowing you to try the watches before purchasing. I will try, my friends, to do a little report on this showroom the next time I'm in Paris, because when I see the quality of the products, I think there are beautiful things to discover. Ultimately, the more difficult goals will be deciding which version of this Infinity Tourbillon to choose: steel or black case, carbon meteorite or textured white frame. In short, there is truly something for every taste. I invite you once again to try them if you are in Paris, because I think you will be amazed by this watch. So there you have it, folks. My little review of this Omnis Tourbillon Infinity is coming to an end. As usual, remember to like the video, leave me a little comment, subscribe to our little channel, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye, everyone.